Hey, what is up guys? Control here, and today I am bringing you guys a video on Combo Priest. I'm going to do the basics on that today. One of the kind of archetypes that I played an absolute ton. Super hard type of deck to master, but like one that you can pop off with and wins games as early as like turn 3 or 4 sometimes if you have really good Radiant Elemental starts with like Divine Spirits, Power Word Shields, and Inner Fire. So it does have that super explosive kind of start occasionally, and is one that definitely requires a lot of thinking. So it's not as straightforward as something like a mech paladin deck. It's on the other end of the spectrum from that in terms of difficulty, I would say. This specific version, though, that I'll be showing you guys isn't going to be like super tough. It's very similar to the one that's playing in Standard, and probably the only one that you can do really well with laddering in Wild right now. You definitely can play like a more OG version of it, but there's going to be a reason why we're going to play the one that I'm showing you guys, and I'll talk about that later. But anyways, the core of the deck is pretty straightforward, and it's very small, I think, because you can play so many different packages with the combo. So it's really just Divine Spirits, Power Word Shield, Inner Fire, and Shadow Visions for the spells. So those are kind of like your 4 core spells that kind of help you activate the combo and then do the combo. Shadow Vision makes it more likely for you to get your combo cards. Power Word gives you more health. Divine Spirit obviously doubles your health. And then Inner Fire finally is the big boom card that kind of wins you the game usually. So those are like the 4 main spells, and then you have like Cleric as your draw engine. Absolutely broken card. Kind of surprised that it has never been nerfed, but I'm happy that she exists. I really hate it when they nerf these good cards. I'd rather have them move stuff like Mana Worm probably just back to the Hall of Fame in the Wild. Rest in peace to Prep. I miss that card every day. And then Radiant Elemental is also really good in any Combo Priest deck because obviously you're playing a lot of spells and it lets you combo really quick. You're usually searching with Shadow Visions. Sometimes you have to play Shadow Visions, discover Shadow Visions over and over again, and it lets you kind of get through that. And then finally, one card that I wasn't like super sure about saying was core was High Priest of Met. I'm locking that in now because I think the card is really good, and in basically any version of Combo Priest, the card is probably good enough to make the cut in the deck, and if you're looking to build a list, generally good. So maybe like in like the old Deathlord versions you wouldn't want this, but even in those you probably just do because the minion's so big and just lets you jam like Clerics after their 1/7s, pop off really hard. I mean, you can even just like Divine Spirit this and then, you know, make all your minions have 14 health that you play after you don't have the combo. Just does like a bunch of really good stuff. But this is basically what I would consider the core of Combo Priest. Again, there's a lot of different ways to branch out from here. The more OG, older version with a very low curve, stuff like Deathlord being your carry, play like Acolyte of Pains to draw, that kind of stuff. You'd run like the Wild Pyro Circle combo for a draw engine. That's probably my favorite version, unfortunately one that does not do too well right now and is not very viable. But you can still play it and still probably hit Legend with it, rank 5 for sure. But the one we're playing today is going to be one that's more like the standard one like I was saying before. It's a deck from Corvette. It's a pretty cool one. Lucky, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Go back to the Digital Athletes. Thanks for the 18 man. This version is a very generic one, and I find it very hard to edit cards from because it just does what it wants to do. It wants to play top minions. It wants to abuse Psychopomp by rezzing like Grizzlies, by rezzing even like Vargoth sometimes, Injured Blade Masters, Tolvirs. And basically the reason why I think this package is good is because it just gives you beefy minions right off the bat, which is very good against Mech Paladin. And Secret Mage specifically is a deck that this one can do really well against. And that's one of the reasons why you play this, is because Secret Mage is probably the highest played deck by a decent margin right now, between rank 5 and Legend. Maybe not at Legend, but rank 5 to rank 1 is very high play rate for Secret Mage. Even before rank 5, you're probably going to see a lot of Secret Mages. So this version does pretty well into that deck, and you can do well against Mech Paladin. It's a little bit less explosive than other versions, though. But what it makes up for in lack of explosiveness, it's that sentence made no sense. It has a lot of survivability, is the point. With the Tolvirs that you res, there's basically just a bunch of big minions that you don't really have to worry about too much. Into stuff like explosive runes, so you won't take a lot of damage, and yeah, it's just more minion based, so single secrets that kill your minions aren't really that big of a deal. So the card packages that you have, I was talking about it a little bit, but the main one in this one is just like the big taunts and reses. So you got like Tolvir, you have Psychopomp, you have Grizzly, You have Blade Master, so just like big stuff that are like good to res with a Psycho Bomb. And then you also have Resurrect and Servitude. So a lot of games that you'll do with this deck is you actually won't play stuff like Cleric on turn 1. You'll just say, hey, I'm going to play a Blade Master in turn 3, and then I want it to die. And then you'll just play Psycho Bomb after, res it, and then you'll have like a 4/7 Blade Master with Reborn. Other packages that this deck has is kind of just like, this is not a package, but sort of just like tech cards, right? Double Circle and 2 Silences. 2 Silences are really good right now against like Mech Mage, Mech Paladin, 2 Silence of big guys. It's very good against Snip Snap Warlock, because sometimes they just stack one big minion. Sometimes they even have to like take lines where they just have like a minion that they need to Zilliax to just like fight ahead on board, and you just silence that, get rid of it. And that's all good, silence or draw, etc, etc. And it's good to test Counterspell against Seeker Mage. It's just like a very versatile card, it's super good. And I think these two are just great. Circle heals up all your damage minions, lets you draw the Cleric. And Vargoth is broken. This was a pretty long intro, but there's a lot to talk about this deck, because like all the different packages are pretty relevant. I will mention, some of you guys probably remember the dragon version. This was like Draconoid Operative. You'd have, this one was a big one. I think it's a priest minion. No, it's not. It's a standard. Oh, sorry, dragon. You'd have the Nether Spite Historian combo to get Dusky Boys, yeah, Dustbreakers, and more Draconoid Operatives. The reason why this deck isn't very viable anymore, you can still play it. Again, it's the same as like the old Combo Priest deck. It's still decent. The only problem is the Discover pool has been screwed with. So you don't have like a significantly higher portion, a percentage chance, sorry, of discovering more dragons from Nether Spite specifically. It got Sleeper nerfed, and it kind of ruins the deck, because before you'd have a really large bonus and almost always get either Dustbreaker or the Operative, and now this is not the case. So that's why that deck isn't really played that much. Yeah, that was a mouthful. Sorry for the super long intro. Anyways, let's finally play some games, and hopefully I can teach you guys a thing or two about our good old Combo Priest deck. Okay, Warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
Alone give me strength.
I feel like I want to keep one of these. Usually it's the Psycho Pump. I think the Power Word Shield's good, but I have nothing to play it on. Reading and another Psycho Pump. Okay. So this is like the draw Injured Blade Master hand, kind of. It gets really good if you can do that.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Okay, it's new, so it's Serena Luck probably. Like with this hand, I probably just hold. I feel like I don't want to like play it.
What
doesn't do anything.
With?
If we just play Vargoth and res Vargoth twice, it's pretty good. We're not getting like crazy things happening with Vargoth because we don't have resurrect effects in our hand, but could be good. Okay, that's good. So we have the Vargoth res combo. We're literally playing Big Priest now. Great. I'm actually playing Big Priest right now. That's insane. I cannot believe it, gentlemen. I cannot believe it. Board. Peace. Can't kill our Vargoth here, which sucks. Can Power Word though. Should probably do this. Inner Fire is definitely the pick here. Pure Power of Vargoth for peace. Cool. But I really preferred Shadow Visions, but I mean, that's alright. Like, kind of similar. Copy of a card is good, though. So you can get like 3 or 4 Divine Spirits in some matchups, and it's just insane. Just go in and just win.
Unity, precision.
Zilliax, executing. So he's killing this now. So I believe the end result of this turn is we play Psycho Bomb, and then we play Resurrect, and like there's a bunch of Vargoths that are gonna pop up, basically. If I understand correctly. I might not understand correctly, but I think this is how it works. We play Psycho Bomb, we resurrect Vargoth, and then we play Resurrecting Vargoth, and then they both give us more Vargoths. So that's just like our big board number 1. One of them has Reborn too. And we picked up another Shadow Visions, so we might actually just have a lethal next turn. Probably not quite there, but we're probably pretty close. Maybe he could have like traded, right? If he like traded our 2/6, he could have killed that one as well. Maybe he has something to do with the next round. See his Doomsayer? I could kill the Doomsayer. Shadow Visions is played 4 times. If we play just Shadow Visions here. That's pretty nutty. It's like game. He's also have 6 health, right? So we go to 24, right? 24 plus 2. Put him at 2. I don't think put him at 2 is a play. We could res another one with Reborn. I get too many cards here. I don't think I want to dump anything though. Maybe Circle's not useful right now. Killing that I could develop more if I want to, but I have to use an Inner Fire to do that. It's not worth it. I guess I trade Circle for a random card from my deck. It's usually worth it spell-wise. Actually, no, it's not, because I could cast the Circle again, right? Which isn't worth it, so I just go face here, power my face. Let him get his reset, that's fine. Another Inner Fire and another Silence. Okay, those are both good cards that we got. Nice. This is a really interesting game. Super weird one. It's not like an average Bano with this deck, but I mean it's cool. His Godfrey clears, that's fine. So we would play Psycho Pump, res another one, then Eternal Servitude another one.
The end begins. Free of that blasted tower.
Okay. If he clears this board, we're kind of fucked, but I mean, otherwise we're fine. We just get a bunch of stuff here and we're good to go. Okay, so that's definitely not ideal, but sure. I mean, we won the important flip, right? Like, this one's the important flip to win. So that's still good. Taps. Force on, choose one, okay, GG. Not playing the Radiant this game is so good, we get so much value from that. Let's play the 2 Radiants for fun, Spirits, Inner Fire. That's okay. It's kind of a fun deck because he plays so many matchups so differently. So the real question here is, how often do we lose if we play nothing until Witchwood Grizzly? That's the real question. If we just wait to play Witchwood Grizzly, and then just spam Resurrect it, how often do we lose? I feel like the answer is pretty often. I should look for a Resurrect probably with this. I think it's like if you have this hand, it's probably fine. Turn 5, it's like 4th coin. Kind of slow, not gonna lie. But against Secret Mage, like they're just gonna play stuff anyways. Sometimes they're Reno too, right? If they're Reno, then this hand's not very good at all, but that's the way it goes.
I'll show them. I'll show them.
Double Grizzly hand, okay. Not very telling of what he is yet. I think when he plays a Corintor Mage this turn, we'll probably figure out what he is. It's a secret, okay. His hand's not that small. I should test the visions maybe now? I'd probably test the visions now. So I can take Silence, Spirit, or Servitude. Double Spirit might win the game in the same way that a Servitude would. We also have Psycho Pump. I think Spirit's is better. Only because we have a Psycho Pump. This is like 48 health on one of these, right? Kazakus if he's Reno. So it was good that we kept the, or sorry, that we picked the Divine Spirit then. So, he thinks this is a big priest. He's still going to be picking like a potion that says Polymorph on it, unfortunately. So, that's not very good for us, because now we're going to have a 1-1 in the pool. So we coin that, we get a 3-7. This guy's probably going, oh, okay, he's combo priest, he had like a slow hand, I guess. 5 demon, 4 health, okay. He trades. Doesn't trade. Okay. You know, this is kind of interesting now, because if we make the no counterspell read, or sorry, the no polymorph play, then like, we make a really big minion and just go Inner Fire and hit him, right? And with this hand, it seems like that's actually a pretty good play. We're not really winning otherwise, right? So it's just like power word, spirit, spirit. So we draw off this, obviously. Cleric can be good. I can go face to test for flame ward, I guess. It doesn't really matter though, right? How much does he do to this? He does 10. I mean, if we don't attack, if he pings, I guess we'd have to hero power, right? Because we go like Cleric Circle, we'd like draw a bunch, heal a bunch. We just have to do 30. We do the 3 that we would heal right now. And in the case of Polymorph, that seems good. Okay. So it should be block. It's fine. Getting through that's kind of annoying, actually, but I mean, it's fine. We could play the Tolvir to draw one more, but I don't think it's really relevant. I think I would rather just like circle, maybe we get a silence or an inner fire, and then we can go from there. I don't think I hear power. Servitude, Blade Master. Fire's really good, and Vargoth, okay. So I can do this. No silence, okay. Another spirit feels like it's really unnecessary. Circle is most likely the pick here. Like with a 30-30, like you're losing to the same thing. Which is just gonna be Polymorph, right? It's always gonna be Polymorph. So I mean, I just take this so I can draw more off the damage minions. Oh, that's kind of a good draw. Okay. So we pop his block. Good stuff. Spirit for YouTube? Yeah, maybe that was a move. I don't know. So we go face with a 32-32. We pop his ice block. He can play Blizzard. And I meant circle for draw, right? Like his minions aren't going to be damaged anymore. I meant like from my hand, if I need to like play Tolvir or like a Blade Master that's like 5 mana, play this card, draw 2. Like it's fine. Good game. That was a pretty interesting line that we took. I think that it's definitely right to not play around Polymorph top then and just like play like that. It can be a very explosive deck, and you get hands like that, you should definitely play like that. That was a cool game though. Unlucky Pano, would be a cool game. Silence is usually really good against Warlocks. I don't think I keep it though. On play, I think it's better to look for like res effects. I think on coin, I'd like to keep the Radiant. It's weird how much like playing this deck changes or has changed, but I think that like on the play against Warlock right now, just going in on a Radiant Elemental is not very good. If he's Snip Snap playing this on 1 is good, if he's not Snip Snap playing this one on 1 is not good.
Is someone injured?
I assume they play Snip Snap usually, so I play Cleric on 1. Coins, something that kills my Cleric. It doesn't kill my Cleric, but it detracts well with my Cleric. Okay.
Right away.
Play the stuff. Really confused about the coin and Noyatron play, not gonna lie, but okay. I don't like Mekaru because he's very hard to kill. Very, very difficult unit to get rid of. Plague of Death is very, or Plague of Flame, sorry, is very good for him now. So what do we do? Because he just plays 2 minions, Plague of Flames, boom. So we can trade, and then play like a Blade Master if we want. Or Resurrect's not that good. We draw no minions of Cleric. That's probably the play.
Right away.
Use Defiles, then we res. Otherwise, what are we doing? Making a big minion, he plays Plague of Flames, I drop this after.
I'll take you with me.
Should technically do that first, I think.
Right
This
away.
makes the circle play pretty good. Yeah, circle's like good with Blade Master, but I mean this is just stronger, right? If we do that, we draw. Silence is good, but I don't want to use it yet. I also don't really want to play the Radiant. That was a really good outcome. Super, super good turn to the circle draw. Okay. Psychopomp as well. Yeah, we got like a game plan now. That's nice. He did full keep though, so I mean, sometimes means you just have combo in 5. which is not the best for us. Them having combo in 5 is kind of bad, actually. Like a Flames, that's fine for, yeah, we're dead. We still have 1-1. I'd probably Psycho Pump, hopefully we get Taunt. It's likely just to play here, just play stuff that's good. Cleric's fine too. Taunt's obviously better because Psycho Bomb stays alive. It's also just like a 2/6 that kills all of his little stuff, whereas now like we basically paid 4 mana for a 1/3. Which is not a very good turn at all. Okay. Defile's fine. Well, okay. Coil again. The good old classic double coil play, I like it. I play a 3/8. It's good, it's up sugar, hey. How's your day going, man? Librarian comes down. Let's do Library Boys. So the problem with this is we have to kill all of the small stuff. Or he just plays Plague of Flames when we cry. I could go like really wide, but that's not even like super good for us. I don't think I want to silence the draw effect. That could be okay though, he's pretty low on cards. Play like Pomp Radiant, silence the loot order, trade loot order. Do this first, see what we got. Cleric. This is a 2 after he trades everything, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, so he's full Defile anyways. Is it better for us?
What is it?
No, when they do the Snip Snap turn, they usually just have like one really big minion, right? I think denying the draw is like worthwhile for the Silencer. And then we can draw a card ourselves. It just plays around Defile, which I think is really nice. Shadow Vision is a good pickup. It's like one of the cards that'll actually kill him, so I like that a lot. You can Glinda and play Annoyatrons this turn. This is entering the danger zone where this deck just kind of pops off now. And does like really dumb stuff that we can't play around at all. So he plays a 2, he plays the Defile. Nope, he plays nothing.
Is someone injured?
We go full Morshire. I don't kill him this turn, but we need to do this. Okay. Try no combo pieces, this is really awkward. I have nothing damaged anymore, I can hear Power my face, that's it.
Right away.
It is your time.
Maybe you play was like look for Inner Fire there. I don't know. Inner Fire would do a lot of damage, but I mean, it's like I need to kill him the turn that I feel like to go in. So I don't gotta kill Glinda here. He makes the whole board a target on me. His next turn he's Glinda up on board. I can silence the Glinda, but like that's basically our best bet here. Is like look for a silence, play the silence. Otherwise, I mean, we're not really doing anything, right? Should technically probably try to draw first.
Your turn to bleed.
Maybe we just don't have room to do that though. We have to make the attacks. I played 2 minions at Hero Power, 2 mana left. Still not the silence, so we're fine.
I've got more left in me.
You draw the silence naturally, we get a Shadow Visions. I only have, okay, I have Spirits and I have Inner Fires now. Inner Fires seem better than Spirits right now. I should take 2 Inner Fires. Maybe if I took Spirits, I could have made minions bigger than his Snip Snap combo.
It is your time.
Right away. Right away.
He only has 2 mechs on board, so if he Snip Snap combos here, he can't win. He's going combo. He's doing it fast. He is basically everything. He might be missing one piece. The problem for this is I don't have a taunt minion that would be bigger than his combo. Like a Flames. With a 5, does he actually have Defile lined up if he trades there at 7? I don't think so. He can't make a 4. Plays another 0-2. Skater Bot. Almost. Like a Flames. I have 1-1. So pick Spirit. And if I picked like no wait we didn't get the reborn effect. Oh no, okay, good, we did.
Hope
Okay.
you like my invention.
If I picked spirit, I would have won, right? Because we would have lethal here if I picked spirit. That's my bad. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I didn't have an inner fire in my hand, so it could be just as likely that I like wouldn't draw one, right? We should do this here. Spirit? Okay, so we actually have lethal now. 6, 12, 24, man, let's go, dude. That was an interesting game. It's cool when they don't kill you on turn 5. You actually get to play Hearthstone. Did you? But yeah, I wasn't wrong with that, to be honest with you.
Tyrande versus Anduin.
Priest, okay. Priest mirror. They're usually big.
Alone give me
How
strength.
do we win against big priests? Kill them fast. So these are good cards. Yeah. Anything to combo with really in general is good against big priest. It's a pretty hard matchup because they have like Psychic Scream, they have Death. Okay, he's playing that. Okay, maybe we don't have to kill him fast. I like almost always prefer to play a slow game with this deck if I could. The thing is, like, you don't always get the penance where you can. Like, going the Blade Master, he might just penance, so you should still probably do it. Because, like, I get a hero power, I play power word, and pop off with it sometimes. He also just, like, can't paint it, right? So it's literally just penance. It's a card I'm kind of on the fence about as well in slow priest decks. I didn't play it in Reno Priest, so I was thinking about using it, but I just decided not to. Do that first, so we got Second Bomb's really good. Should still probably keep us big, which means we're probably not playing anything until this dies.
Free of that
Plays a
last
Vargoth.
Behold,
Big Quest and Big Priest. There's no way, right? Or Resurrect, that's good. How do we do this now? Spirit of Silence.
your turn to
Probably Spirit. This is a try to kill and pan out. Forbidden Ward's cool card. Okay.
behold.
Doesn't hit anything with that because no mana. Play Psycho Bomb. Grizzly was like not that bad. I was thinking about that for a second, but like I don't really want that. So the thing is, when you res it, it's like a 3/12, right? Even if like you draw in silence naturally, you can silence it. It'll go back to its regular base health.
I ain't talking.
Okay, cool. Let's go look for pain. So it's Reno down, I think. A Reno mage deck. If he has to pick pain here, I mean, odds are he's going to pain one of his minions, which means I might still win. Next turn, depending on the draw. That was definitely high roll though. Your power is his face, we trade, we draw Inner Fire. Penance that, okay, that's fine. Trade as well. He's scared.
Behold.
Hey man, you can kill your bar off. Hey, holy shit, that feels good. I get the Inner Fire, but we do not have lethal right now. We actually, I mean, depending on what we get, we might. Circle is lethal? No, it's not. We only go to 12, right? So, like, we're not winning in one turn with that because he penanced and healed, so. We are not getting there in one turn. I think I probably, like, don't play anything here, too, in case he plays, like, Psychic Scream, right? Maybe we Shadow Visions for, like, a Spirit again. I mean, actually, if we do get Spirit, we win, right? Circle. That's 7 plus 18. 25. We don't have lethal. Right? 7 plus
What is
18 is not it. Do we still pick the silence? Maybe. Circle's like good later. I think I just do this and then it's like hero power and I just go base. Problem is now we committed more. But I want to hold this so I can like res. He plays Scream, he picked it from Visions. I resurrect to 4/7. That's my play. Hysteria? Okay. We might not have, like, we get the 4-1 always, right? Okay, so Circle would have been really good here. Cleric is good.
Is someone injured?
We draw. 1 mana off. Yeah, we're 1 mana off lethal here. Okay. I think we just go face and pass. This is such a weird game, dude. We're so close. That's kind of so far away at the same time. Hysteria again. We always get the 4-1 after, right? So we have a 4-1. We heal power it. We can only go to 12. We draw circle, so we win. Okay. GG. 28 to the noggin. Let's go, dude. Good stuff. Blade Master is such a cool card.